Hello and welcome to Dr. Fitness USA, the show. Exercise is medicine, strength training is stronger medicine. With your host Batista Gramode and myself, Stephen Hersey, aka Dr. Fitness USA.
By expanding our vision of exercise, we interface it with medicine and business, bridging the gap between fitness, business, and medical professionals.
The show is designed to uplift and inspire a world of healthier and stronger people.
Click the link to subscribe and never miss an episode because
if your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it,
then Dr. Fitness USA, the show, will inspire you to achieve it. Subscribe now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Dr. Fitness USA show. Today, we have an amazing guest for you. His name is Raynald La Rochelle, and he's a French Canadian from province of Quebec, Canada. He's an action actor, a stage fight choreographer, and a 6 degrees black belt in martial arts. He appeared in 30 movies. The first movie was with Jean-Claude Van Damme, Lion's Heart. He's now working with great producer Danny Gabb in a series called Secret Agent 019, where he's playing a big drug lord in the USA. Welcome, Raynald. We're so happy to have you here today. So to get started, how about if you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, when did you start acting?
Well, I started acting like my first movie was with Jean-Claude Van Damme. This was in 1993, in fact, I think. But I was only doing this once in a while because I was still working as an electrician for water and power in the city of Los Angeles. So sometime I was taking some time off to work in movies. But after I retired, when I turned 62, I went full-time working movies. But martial art bring me in the movies because I started as a stuntman. I was doing fight choreography because I trained with the best stage fight choreography and martial art in the world. Benito Quidez, he's a legend. He was an undefeated kickboxing champion 8 times all over the world. So I was training with him for 2 years, and one day he came to me. I was 45 years old. He's a legend. But anyway, he came to me. He said, "Ray, you want to take some stunt training class?" I said, "Wow." I said, "You think I'm too old for this?" He said, "You're never too old to do what you want to do in life." I said, "Wow, coming from a legend." I said, "Okay, I'm gonna try that." So the week after, I went there and I tried it, and my God, I didn't realize how much good shape I was. I was as good as everybody else, all the young kids and everything. So I got hooked on it, and after that, I worked a couple of movies as a bad guy all the time, getting beat up and stuff like that. And I said, "Wow, man, I'm tired of this. I have to upgrade myself." So I took some acting classes. So to take some acting classes after a couple of movies, I got some better role. Co-star and a lead actor. I made my own movie, The Boss Man. And so now I'm working with this guy, Danny Gabb. He's a great producer, director, and actor. He's also a great singer. He's, like Frank Sinatra. Anyway, he decided to make movies. So he saw my movie I did. So he asked me if I want to work with him. I said, "Sure." He said, "You want to be a big drug lord in the project?" I said, "Of course, man. I like that." So it's a series. We just started not too long ago, and it's doing very well. It's on YouTube right now. We have like 30,000 viewers. I'm in the second series. I don't do any fight choreography. It's more dialogue. You know what I mean? They introduced me to the project. But the third series, I'm doing a lot of martial arts. There's going to be more action.
That is great. So let me ask you a question because I know that you post a lot of pictures in the gym training and biceps. And so when did you start strength training, or and how did that incorporate or enhance your martial arts?
In the beginning, back in Quebec, Canada, I used to play hockey. I always loved sport. And after that, I raced downhill ski. And after that, one day I got beat up by two guys for stupidity. Well, they grabbed me from the back and they beat me up because some stupid politics. Anyway, this is where I decided to start martial art, to defend myself. So I started when I was 25 years old. And after that, I kept doing it different style. All styles are great. It depends on how much time you put in it. So when I came to LA, I met that guy. He introduced me to stunt training and everything. And I started doing bodybuilding when I came to LA. Because when I saw Stallone, I said, oh my God, man, I like that.
That's great.
I said, man, I want to be like this guy. I'm just pretty close. So that's why I started doing bodybuilding. I was very skinny, you know what I mean? And I'm tall, so I didn't look very good. So I had to put some meat on my body to look better.
So what was your first experience when you entered a place like Gold's Gym Venice?
It was kind of scary because I was very skinny. And all these guys, they all look, my God, they all big guys and everything. And but they were very nice. So I said, well, that's cool. I met a policeman, and he was teaching, he teach me a couple of times to do some exercise. I said, well, thank you so much, sir. Oh, he said, you're so much of a nice guy. He said, you want to train with me? I said, of course. So I started training with him. It's the way I started.
Amazing. So you had a positive mindset, but today there's such a difference in generation gap. So how do you see in your travels or acting, you run across many people saying, I do Pilates, I do yoga, I'm physically fit, I do cables at home, I do running. And you're looking at them and you say, my God, where's your body?
Right. When the epidemic, hit and they closed all the gyms, I had a gym in my garage, so thank God. So I kept working out in my garage. A lot of my friends didn't work out for 2 years, and man, they got depressed. One of my friends shot himself. Bodybuilding, it keep you always in a great shape mentally and physically. More mentally as well. You know what I mean? I'm so used to train like 6 days a week, 2 hours a day. Like 2 years ago, I got hurt, helping a friend of mine moving a sofa to the third floor, and I hurt my back so bad, man. I wasn't able to work out for at least 5 months. I almost went crazy. You know what I mean? Because for me, working out is like, I don't take no drugs. For me, it's like a drug. I mean, you get my testosterone up all the time, and I feel very happy. And I'm never depressed when I work out. But when I stopped working out for a couple of months, man, it was so difficult mentally. You know what I mean?
So can I ask, when you get up in the morning, what's the first thing you look at? Do you look at your body and say, God, I'm already on earth. I have my body. Because people don't realize that if they don't have their body like a car, life can be quite complex.
It's a good question. Matter of fact, this morning, I got up and I looked myself in the mirror and I said, wow, I cannot believe I'm 73 years old. So that made me feel very happy. So, I went to the gym right away. And when I went to the gym, I feel like I was home.
And I noticed that when you go to a gym, you actually go to a professional gym, not like a homemade gym. I mean, I know you did the home day when you had to, like in your garage. But what's your experience when you go to a progressive place where they have unlimited equipment or the tools you really need to work on your body?
I used to train at the Gold Gym, but now I live in Irvine. So the Gold Gym is very far away. So I train with LA Fitness. They have a beautiful gym.
So would you say your knowledge of weight training or keeping your body in shape all these years through strength training or bodybuilding gave you an advantage over somebody that doesn't work out at all?
That's right. And now to work in the movie would help me a lot as well. They think I'm 50 years old, so they like the look as well for my age. So it's a lot, it's pretty cool. So I'm glad I keep doing it.
Can you talk about nutrition? What you eat, is nutrition an important factor in your health regimen as well?
Of course, I don't drink soda. I don't eat sugar, and like the bread I cut down and all the pasta. So I try to be very careful for what I'm eating.
Do you take supplements, testosterone, or anything?
Yeah. I'm taking some drinks before I go work out. Creatine and protein drinks.
So no drugs.
No drugs.
No steroids. All natural.
Right. I don't believe in.
The reason that she's asking you that question is because when men take on age, the first thing they do is they run to a physical doctor to get what they call testosterone. So
yeah, I was afraid to use that. I was afraid to use this testosterone for my body. You know what I mean? My body is a temple, so I don't want to put any kind of stuff in it.
That's beautiful. So what would you say are your biggest wins?
My biggest wins?
Mm-hmm. Your biggest accomplishments that you're proud of?
Is to get my 6th-degree black belt in martial art, and to be able to. I was a very shy guy, so it was very difficult for me to work in the movie business, do my acting, and learn my script and all that stuff. I was so nervous. So I finally passed over that. So now I feel very comfortable when I do my line, and I feel like it's me. I get in the character now, and I'm very happy about it. This was very difficult.
Would you say that was your biggest obstacle?
Yes.
To overcome?
Of course.
Would you say one of your biggest wins today is they actually acknowledged you with an award for this year?
Yeah, I got an award from a Martial Art Hall of Fame, leading action actor in martial arts. And after that, I got an award with Gawad America Award for Best Action Actor at the Celebrity Center in Hollywood.
So when you got that award, how did it feel?
Oh, it felt great. My goodness, man. I was, like I said, I cannot believe I passed all that, and I get some award now. So, hard work pay off, I guess.
So do you have any takeaways for people?
Of course. You keep working out to keep you young, and plus I don't have no problem with my knees, my elbow, my back is perfect now. I work on it. If you don't work out, it's not good. And plus you have to stretch. Stretching is the best thing you can do more you get older. It keep you more, they help your physique very well. For me, anyway.
Yeah, of course, because when you're more flexible, you can move better and adapt to circumstances. So that is very important. What's the future plans for your career?
My future plan? I want to write a book on my life for everything I accomplished. I grew up on a small farm, not very rich, back in Quebec, Canada. Quebec, Canada, the name is L'Alverne. It's a little village at the top of the hills. And it was a small farm. And my dad was a truck driver and a lumberjack. And my mother, raised 8 children. And, what I mean? So I come from a long way, you know what I mean?
Wow. So how did that happen? So you went, I relate. I was brought up in a small farm in Switzerland, so I understand what you're talking about. What happened? How did you manage to make your way to Los Angeles from the small farm?
Well, I was a union electrician back in Quebec, Canada. And I was going out with a beautiful woman, and she broke my heart. She went to sleep with some of my supposed to be friends. And they had a call for 300 electricians, in the United States, because they had a lack of, they were building a lot of high rise and nuclear, So I signed in. So they gave me my Social Security card in Montreal. They want to send me to Chicago. I said, no way, I'm not going to Chicago. I froze my ass all my life. I don't want to say badly about Chicago, but I don't like the cold. But they said, you want to go to New Orleans? I said, of course. So I went to New Orleans, but I did speak English, so that helped me a lot. Because New Orleans, the Cajuns speak French and English. So that helped me to work over there. So I was there for a year, and I trained with the police department and martial art over there. Aikido and the Tang Soo Do. And after that, I came visiting my sister here in LA, and I said, oh my God, man, I love LA. I quit my job, and I came here, and I didn't know to speak English. I was not on the working visa no more. So I went to the Union Hall, and they asked me, where are you from? I said, I'm from New Orleans, I'm a Cajun. This was my first acting. So I had my Social Security card. So I showed them my Social Security card, and I signed in, so they sent me to work right away. Man, I got lost downtown LA. I was not used to the big city. But anyway, I went to see my supervisor, and I didn't know how to speak English, man, just a little, tiny bit. Sometimes I held myself, how the hell did you do this? But anyway, they give you a blueprint. They give you a blueprint back then, so I knew how to read blueprint. So we had a meeting, and they give you a blueprint, so you go to work. So I did my job, and I worked very well, so they were very happy with me. And the guys told my supervisor, he said, hey, man, this dude, he never talked to us. What's going on with him? So the supervisor told him, hey, man, he didn't come here to chit-chat. He came here to work. So that saved my life, man. So, you know what I mean? So this is the way I ended up here, man. So I kept working all the time. And I learned English on my own. I bought a dictionary, and I learned I taught myself.
What we want is for you to speak up and tell us how one could be as positive as you are when they incorporate strength training into their lifestyle. Because I'm sure you see a lot of your friends that don't take care of yourself in that way, and what really happens to them when they try to get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, man, some of my friends, they are younger than me, they look older than me, and they are heavy as well. And I told them, I said, buddy, man, you need to come to the gym with me. You have to work out, because if you keep doing this life, man, you won't live for a long time. You're gonna end up with a lot of cholesterol, and you know what I mean. But they don't listen to me, man.
Yeah, and what do you see? What do you see happens to them when they don't listen?
Well, they're always depressed, and they're always negative, and they don't, you know what I mean? So I try to stay away from them, because I don't like people negative. But, I try to talk to them to bring them to the gym and be positive with them, but that's all I can do.
Yeah, you can bring a horse to water, but you can make him drink the water, right? So people have to want it. I like what you're saying, that there is a common denominator with people who work out, that they are more positive.
That's
they
right.
Just have a more positive attitude in general, definitely.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dr. Fitness USA's vision is to create a stronger, healthier society of people enjoying vibrant health, unshakable self-confidence, and a sculpted body they'll fall in love with. Our custom-tailored formulas act as the GPS to your ultimate transformation, so you can reach your destination faster and safer without injury. The Feminine Body Design program teaches a woman the art of strength training from a female perspective, and helps her achieve the feminine physique she always dreamed of having. The Design Formula program teaches men to achieve a sculpted, manly physique without injuries. Seniors can tap into the fountain of youth, get a new lease on life, rebuild their strength, and eliminate aches and pains. Those with injuries learn to rehabilitate them, recover mobility, and relieve back, neck, shoulder, and knee pain.
Now, with working with Steven, just in, 4 workouts I think so far, if that, I have no pain in my knees like I used to.
Suddenly a quietness in the mind, clarity.
I mean, I don't have back pain anymore. It's amazing. It's just really amazing.
I'm Bernie Dorman. I'm founder and chairman of CO Space International, and I so endorse Dr. Fitness for leaders to have better lives. He does the inside and the outside to make sure you're the best leader you can ever be. And yesterday was already too late to say yes.
If your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, then Dr. Fitness USA can help you achieve it.
So where can people find you? You have all these projects coming up on your book and your series. Where can people follow you and find you?
Right now I'm on Facebook, Raynald La Rochelle, and Instagram, and you can see my IMDb. My IMDb is Ray, R-A-Y, and La Rochelle is L-A with a space, R-O-C-H-E-L-L-E. But Facebook, it's Raynald La Rochelle.
Where can people follow your series where you are the big drug lord?
It's on YouTube right now, but Netflix approached us. They might be interested for to get the series. So we'll see what happens. So you can follow me on YouTube right now with that Secret Agent series.
I love your story of your transition through life and your continuous positive attitude under great conditions or obstacles that would have stopped you and anybody else in their tracks. And I want people to follow you and support you, and your career continues to climb, and that degree of martial arts that you continue to want to attain happens for you.
Thank you so much. And I want to get with you. I would love to go work out with you because we spoke on the phone the other day and you told me some good idea, something I'm not doing right. You're top notch. I want to learn from you.
From the international body designer.
That's right.
It's been another great episode of the Dr. Fitness USA show. Thank you, Ray, for being here again. Please follow him on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm Batista, your host of the Dr. Fitness USA show. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.